Yeah, oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Where you going, Theo?
Well, I have to go upstairs and read a history paper that's due on Monday. I got a C on it, and I should have gotten an A.
Well, what did you write about?
The March on Washington.
Theo, you didn't tell me you were writing about that. You know, your father and I were there. You should have come to us.
I thought I had it all covered. I did research and everything on it.
Oh, you could have done research with us. There are a few people in this room who were there.
No, that's right.
I was there.
All of us were.
But I went to the library.
Theo, go up and get that paper. I want to hear it.
Now?
Right now. I want to hear it.
Well, so do I.
My pleasure. I want you to hear how good it really is. Okay, here it is. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The March by Theodore Huxtable. On August 28th, 1963, there was a civil rights march in Washington, D.C. 250,000 people were there. Many people gave speeches. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave a famous speech, I Have a Dream. It was an important day for America. What do you think?
That's it?
No, that's just the first paragraph.
Oh, okay.
What do you think so far?
Well, you have your facts straight.
I know. Can you believe Mr. Pierce gave me a C? Does this sound like a C to you, Grandpa?
Maybe we should hear the rest of it.
Okay. There were many celebrities at the march. Sidney Poitier, Charlton Heston, Paul Newman, Lena Horne, Joan Baez, Jackie Robinson, and an important day we should all remember. The end.
Well, interesting.
Yes, it was.
Very.
You didn't like it?
Well, son, you had the facts.
I know.
Where'd you get the information?
At the library.
How many books did you read?
One. It's called The Pocket Guide to American History.
How many pages did it have about the march?
One. But there was a little bit on the top of the next page.
So this is a condensed version of historical events.
Right.
And not one mention about A. Philip Randolph.
Right.
I could just imagine what they wrote about the Boston Tea Party. Some men jumped up on the boat, and there were some celebrities, and they threw the tea in the water. And Sam Jones and John Havlicek and Bill Russell have been winning the championship ever since.
Theo, maybe your teacher wanted something else.
Like what?
Well, honey, you could have written more about the people, you know, why they got involved and what they felt.
I can tell you what they felt. Hot. Yes, it was rather warm that day.
We were lucky. We were on an air-conditioned bus, and all of them didn't have it.
Many buses, just hundreds and hundreds of them. And the singing.
Yes, the singing. You could hear the singing coming from every bus. We sang all the way down there.
Not everyone was singing.
Please don't start on me.
You had to tell your father to keep quiet.
You had a tendency to drag out the words and sing off key.
What really happened besides the heat and the singing?
Theo, I'll tell you what you should put in that paper. The mood of that day. Oh, Theo, it was so friendly.
Yes, it was.
People we didn't know at all, waving to each other like they were old friends.
We were old friends by the time we walked from the parking lot to the great lawn.
It was a couple of miles at least. We had to march to the march.
You saw all kinds of people, all colors, from every part of America.
They carried signs and they wore buttons to let you know where they'd come from.
I traded buttons with a man from Portland, Oregon.
Walked around all day long with that button on. Kiss me, I'm Irish. You didn't stop there. Your father went around collecting buttons all day long. Every time I looked up, he had a new button. Kiss me, I'm Jewish. Kiss me, I'm Polish. Kiss me, I'm Japanese.
And I still have those buttons upstairs.
Oh, we have a whole drawer full of reminders from that day.
It must have been great knowing you guys were going to be part of history.
Oh, no. That wasn't what it was about. We were just expressing the way we felt then.
When we stood in the church parking lot waiting to get on the bus, there was only about 50 of us there. I looked around and I thought, well, what if we're the only ones who show up?
We were a very small group of people.
Yes, till we got down there.
There were just so many people.
To stand in front of the Washington Monument surrounded by 250,000 people. To be heard.
Wow.
Theo, your granddad and I met this one woman, Nadine.
She was 71 years old and she drove...
Russell, I was talking.
I was just telling the boy about Nadine.
But I was telling him about Nadine.
I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you.
No.
Will somebody please tell the boy?
I'll tell it. Nadine was 71 years old, and she drove all the way from North Dakota.
Grand Forks.
She drove down with the granddaughter.
Lovely child.
During the march, Nadine was with us every step of the way.
Every step.
She stood through all the speeches and never sat down once. We were amazed a person her age could do all of that.
Russell.
Hmm?
She was the same age then that you are now.
Oh, you're right. No wonder she could do all that.
See, Theo, that's the one thing that you can't get in the history books. That's the one thing you can't capture. The people.
I guess so.
And you should have seen what it was like when we went back to the buses.
Right. People held hands and smiled. There was a feeling of joy and pride. And other newspapers said there was going to be trouble, but there wasn't any. It was a lovely, peaceful day.
It was peaceful. I still carry a little of that day with me.
Dr. King said, I don't think I'll ever forget, in a sense, we have come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. I mean,
Yes. This is great. I didn't have to go to the library after all. All I had to do was have dinner with my family. Thanks.
Wait a second. Up in the bottom drawer of your mother's dresser, pictures, old newspaper clippings.
Your father's kiss me buttons are in there, too.
Thanks.
I'm glad Theo had that paper to write. Yeah. It brought back a lot of memories.
it certainly did.
And Russell, do you remember someone sitting way in the back of the bus starting to sing? Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory.
August 28th, 1963 was a day that changed my family. It was a day of joy and pride, and most of all, hope.
His truth is marching on.